The Horror Review. Let the Right One In. Just the facts. Let the Right One In is the name of a Swedish horror movie that was released in cinemas in its native country in 2008. The film was directed by Swedish director Tomas Alfredson, whose other credits include American films such as Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. The screenplay was written by Swedish author John Ajvide Lindqvist, adapted from his own best-selling novel of the same name, which was released in 2004. Plot. Oscar is a lonely and bullied 12-year-old boy who seethes with a desire for revenge on his tormentors and begins to befriend the strange 12-year-old girl, Eli, who has just moved in next door. But Eli has been 12 years old for a very long time. Cast. The film stars Iranian-Swedish actress Lina Leandersson as Eli. Let the Right One In was Leandersson's film debut at the age of just 11 years old, and she has since appeared in films The Arbiter and Tenderness. The film also stars Kari Hadebrant as Oscar, likewise making his film debut, and has since appeared in the Norwegian romantic comedy Amors Båla and the Swedish sci-fi TV series Real Humans. Trivia. Eli's voice in the film is not actually Lina Leandersson, and was actually dubbed by Elif Ceylan in order to make the character's voice sound deeper than the actress's own. A Western remake of the film was released in 2010, renamed Let Me In, and featuring kick-ass actress Chloe Grace Moretz as the vampire. The original release of the film in the US on DVD and Blu-ray was marred by the subtitles being a different version than those seen in cinemas, and which were slammed as being massively inferior and dumbed down in comparison to the original translation. The backlash was so great that Magnet Films re-released the film with the original subtitles. Reaction. Let the Right One In was a hit at the Swedish box office and received widespread critical acclaim both at home and overseas. The film won the Nordic Film Prize at the Gothenburg Film Festival in January 2008, 9 months ahead of its theatrical release, and won 4 of the Swedish Guldbagge Awards, including Best Director and Best Screenplay. It was nominated for Best Foreign Language Film at the 63rd British Academy Film Awards, and won the Empire Award for Best Horror Film and the Saturn Award for Best International Film. What I think. I loved this film on original viewing back in 2009, and several viewings later, including most recently just a few months ago. I still love it. Touching and dark in equal measure, with some extraordinary performances from the 2 young actors. Lina Leandersson is particularly astonishing, managing to be sympathetic yet sinister, sweet yet very scary. Mercifully devoid of sweeping orchestral scores, smothering CGI and MTV editing, this is a moody, atmospheric little movie that seeps into my imagination every time I watch it. Dark, layered stuff. The ambiguity of Eli is one of the most unsettling aspects of the film. Does she really care about Oscar, or is she just grooming him as a new human protector? This ambiguity extends to the end of the film, which on first glance seems like a happy ending, but quickly becomes disquieting when you consider the kind of future that Oscar is likely to be in for with Eli. I love this film. It's quite probably one of my top 20, if not top 10 films of all time. I give Let the Right One In a full-on A+.